Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. So today's video is going to be a review of our portfolio that we built just a few days ago. So this portfolio, if you are brand new into crypto, or even if you are a seasoned veteran into crypto, this portfolio basically spans across all of the most popular narratives right now in crypto, and it gives you an opportunity to get exposure to multiple different narratives and the layer ones, the layer twos, and the chains that these coins are connected to. Now, we started this portfolio with about $5,000, $6,000. And so now, with the all-time profits now being at $257 and going into the next couple of months, we are going to see this portfolio grow substantially. So let's get into it. Guys. So welcome to the channel. I want you guys to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and hit the like button, because the algorithm for crypto content is kind of crappy right now. So I need your guys' help to push this into the algorithm, and let's show all the people that are coming into crypto that are new that they can, just with $5,000, just a measly $5,000, create a portfolio that can outperform anything that has to do with the TradFi or traditional markets. So let's get into it. We're going to go down the list. We're going to show you the values of what we have in each token. We'll do a brief explanation of these tokens. Then we're going to give you guys a little bit of a Bitcoin TA and where Bitcoin is sitting right now, where we think it's going to go in the next couple days. If you guys know, if you've been under a rock, you'll find out that there is a United States presidential election that's going to be happening in 6 days. 6 days, guys. 5 days, sorry. It's happening sooner than you think. It's happening in 5 days, guys. So I don't know if you feel the build up, feel the pressure, but I think people that have been on the sidelines waiting for something to happen, or waiting after the election, I think there's going to be a big group of people that are just going to finally just say, you know what? I can't wait anymore. I have to make a choice. I have to make a decision with my finances. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with my money. And so I think this is what is giving Bitcoin's price movements ticking up into the election, a pre-election pump that a lot of the times happens during the election years. So when you go into the election years, this is historically what happens. Right after the election and the Bitcoin halving lined up perfectly in the 4-year cycle, we get a movement to the upside. It's happened the past 3 times exactly. So this is what we are trading on. This is what we are using as our previous data to outperform and do the best in this market. All right, so let's go into the portfolio. So Bitcoin is currently sitting at $71,700, guys. So we have finally crushed that $69,000 resistance, and we are pretty heavy Bitcoin right now. So the portfolio has $1,434 of Bitcoin. Then we also have Ethereum. So Ethereum, we're pretty heavy ETH as well. I think the fact that the ETH to BTC chart has been down for months, and the value of BTC against ETH is a representation of where we could be, either flipping to where we're pretty heavy Bitcoin, but then also realizing that in just a couple of months, we are going to see a uptick and probably a brand new all-time high for Ethereum, and the dominance is going to start going into Ethereum. Then we're going to get a crash on Bitcoin dominance, and we have the money going into Ethereum and the rest of the market. So then we have a exposure of meme coins that are on multiple chains, which are the strongest chains right now. blockchains right now, which is Ethereum, we have Solana, and we have the base chain. So the memes that we've picked for our personal portfolio is what we have Kindu Inu, which is basically going off the spirit and the momentum that Shiba Inu had. And with the community and almost cult-like following that Kindu Inu is having, grassroots, we love this project for that fact that they're working hard. And they have a full NFT collection that actually sold out and minted completely, like in an NFT bear market. So that alone is a accomplishment to have for a particular coin, particular project. So I think they're going to do really good in the DeFi space. And then we have Pepe. So we have Pepe is the strongest meme for this cycle in general. The success of Pepe and the trading volume that this token has is just unmatched. I mean, in the billions of dollars, this thing is trading at a 24-hour volume across the whole market, the top 10 traded token across all tokens. So this is just fascinating to me. So you just have to have a bag of Pepe just in case it ends up flipping Doge or something crazy like that. The coin is only less than 2 years old, and it just shows that this is the narrative that is going to bring in the retail. They're probably most likely going to buy Pepe or a dog coin more so than Ethereum or Bitcoin or any of the, utility coins that you see on the market. And now, using that same thesis, we have the Brett coin, which is connected with Pepe. If you're familiar with the Matt Fuhrer tokens and the characters that are in that universe, Brett ended up being the most popular new coin, meme coin, that came out of those characters, just like Pepe. Brett ended up doing the best out of all of them, and it is on Coinbase's base chain. Coinbase's base chain does not have a token. So Brett is, I think, the mascot of the base chain. And so then you keep going down the list. You got Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu, which is the only meme coin that has the ticker Bitcoin. And the only one that actually has been able to survive out of a lot of different meme coins that launched around the same time as Pepe. And this one came right after. And it's been able to stand the test of time. I call it when the dust settles. You got all these coins that launch, and some of them are going to do well. Some of them end up being rug pulls. Some of them end up actually building a strong community of holders that are very loud. And what I mean by loud is that they're like forever holders, forever mascots of the token because of what it might have done for them or what it ignites in them to be a part of something bigger than themselves, something collective. And so this is what I think Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu does very well in terms of what the community looks like. And you want to peek inside and you're kind of like, okay, I kind of want to be a part of that. And so just like I mentioned about Kindu Inu having an NFT project, Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu has the Sprotos. So if you're familiar with the Sprotos, that is the ultimate vibe of this project is through the Sprotos. So go down the rabbit hole, look up what Sprotos are. It's an NFT project on the Ethereum blockchain at a floor price of 4 ETH right now. And so now going back down and going through the list, we're at Ponky. So Ponky I believe, is the Pepe of Solana. So these coins are all on specific chains, and I feel like if you pick the right ones, they are a representation and a mascot to onboard retail investors into learning about Solana or Ethereum or even, you know, go as far as saying Tron or Sui, whatever is really bullish in our community right now, in our bubble of what we're basically telling retail what to eventually buy by what we're doing in the market right now. The things that we're trading as the highest traded volume stuff is eventually what retail will see, what we've been picking as the community as the winners. And so what you have to do is build a portfolio that has these tokens that have been shown as the winners, and also the ones that you think are going to be that next one that the community picks because of the success of a narrative of one token being successful or one crypto game going off the charts, and then making something, for example, like AVAX. A game was just released not long ago called Off the Grid. We've been getting little teasers about this game and, you know, how successful it's going to be, and then finally it releases and it does really well, and it ups the transactions on Avalanche, and people don't even realize that this game that's super popular with Twitch streamers and in the community of, even in our community with crypto gaming, that it's using Avalanche. And so Avalanche is going to explode as just a back-end ecosystem for gaming, but not even just for gaming, but for DeFi itself. So this is why you have AVAX in your bag. And now you go to PayPay. PayPay is a 2-narrative coin. It's playing off the Pepe narrative as a derivative, as a Pepe derivative. Very similar starting, very similar bullish community rise up and holder count and support for the token. It plays off of the narrative of China loosening the grip on how they've been in their sentiment towards crypto for retail investors and for companies. So when that starts to loosen, and we're already seeing it play out right now, what do you think these Eastern countries are going to start to flood into? They might pick the red Pepe that signifies like their culture and just and all of that. So that's what we're playing on. We're playing on those on those 2 narratives. Dogecoin is an obvious one for the Elon Musk factor alone. Go down the rabbit hole of Dogecoin. Look at every time Elon Musk has even just tweeted or said something or even hinted about Dogecoin or talked about Dogecoin, and Dogecoin pumps. And this community is very loud. I think everyone has a soft spot for Doge because a lot of people that got into crypto actually got into crypto because of Dogecoin. So you always want to have a little bit of piece of Dogecoin in your portfolio. And then crypto gaming is the narrative. So if you guys haven't figured out yet, you know, the narratives that we're following really hard right now is the memes and crypto gaming, and then the underlying and main assets and main chain asset that is required to interact in the ecosystem for the said token. And so then for medieval empires, which is on the Polygon ecosystem, and also in cooperation with IMX and Mutable X, which is a gaming token, this token is massively bullish because of the actual utility aspect of this token that it's connected with. So Medieval Empires is a real-time strategy game that is actually one of the most fun crypto games that I've played. I think this would be the easiest game to onboard retail normie investors and players into this game because it's such an easy barrier to entry. It's not like Axie Infinity where you had to like spend multiple ETH to get like an Axie and then like download a bunch of things and all this stuff. No, it's just like it's just like you download the game, you get your IMX ID'd account that links with your wallet, done and done. And then it's that easy, and you can start getting into the ecosystem. And then once you learn that the Me token can be staked to then get rewards in the game, you're like, oh my God, this is why I should be front-running crypto gaming tokens in general, not even just Medieval Empires. But then you go and do your research, and you say, okay, these are the games that people are probably going to start playing. Oh, there's a token? I'm going to buy the token. And then once people start flooding in and they start FOMOing into the token because they know they need it to do something, you had already bought it 6 months ago. That's how the game is played. And so here we have the layer 2 narrative, which if you're not familiar with what a layer 2 is, it is a scaling blockchain from Ethereum to either fix a certain type of issue where they want better, cheaper fees, and also just to be able to have their own chain that is just using Ethereum or the Ethereum virtual machine, but then they have their own thing, their own ecosystem. It's just Polygon eventually, or then also Metis. Lots of layer 2s. This particular one that I like, Metis, is because it's still very early and there's a lot of applications that you can go into and test out with Metis, whether it be perpetuals, whether it be NFTs, all this stuff, and it's still really, really early. And the price of the all-time high was not that bad too. All right, so here's another one, Litecoin. Litecoin, if you've watched this channel long enough and you've listened to me break down the oscillating wave of Litecoin as a representation of the altcoin season and market, Litecoin, every single bull run and market has gone to $300. So if you're buying a Litecoin at $70, that is very, very cheap. And also, Litecoin is a great option to use for transferring and actually for payments because of its speed. Because if Bitcoin does get bogged down and the transaction fees are really expensive, or if there's just something going on, then Litecoin is your second option. And then Chainlink has the most partnerships out of any coin in the market for the fact of what it does by providing on-chain and off-chain data, whether it be for example, like prices of a coin. So DeFi exists for providing prices of coins and different data because of Chainlink. So then you think, okay, that happens a lot in crypto. Okay, I probably should have some Chainlink. And then Nakamoto Games, we talked about the crypto gaming narrative. And guys, stick with me because this is going to be very important for you to understand. If you are new into crypto and you have not actually dived in yet, this video, I know it's getting kind of long right now. It's like a 17, 18-minute video. But if you stick through this and you listen to everything that I've just broken down, and you go back and even go back and listen to the explanation of these specific coins, it will send you down the rabbit hole to eventually do your research and come to the very similar conclusions that I'm coming to, this being my second cycle. Because I came from the 2021 cycle, DCAing or even getting close to buying the top when everything was going crazy, and then riding it all the way down into the bear market. So we've learned the lessons. So having the thought process and the ability to understand what are the strong narratives coming out of the bear market, going into the bull market, and then eventually getting to what we'll explain as the bull run, which Bitcoin is currently at the very beginning of. So the crypto gaming narrative, there's a lot of different tokens that you can look at. Tons. Different gaming studios. There's Gala, there's Beam. There's, if you're familiar with Elio Trades and Alex Becker, they talk about Superverse a lot, the token Super, which is basically, this whole launch pad kind of like, gaming ecosystems of being able to get into, ICOs for gaming. And so there's tons of stuff that you can pick. So I personally have been watching Nakamoto Games because I think it could be the easiest barrier to entry for someone to get into a whole dashboard of games by using the NAKA token, which is the utility that you go in and connect your wallet. You can do it through your mobile device. They have a bunch of different partnerships. The token is available and traded on a lot of different bullish exchanges. And its all-time high was, I think, very close to about $5. No, $7. So when people start to get bullish on crypto gaming again, the crypto gaming run, I think tokens like this are going to go to $10 easy. So having a little bit of exposure to that would be very smart. So this is why we have this in our particular wallet. And then to mention about the layer 2s is Optimism. Optimism is used by, like we mentioned before, Coinbase's base chain. So then if you're bullish on the base chain, then having a little bit of optimism in your portfolio, and also optimism in general for this portfolio to be successful, you got to have a little bit of OP. All right, so I know that was a mass explanation of this portfolio. This is a 21-minute long video. I get it, guys, but if you really go back and you study what I just broke down and you understand why it would be heavy Bitcoin and then going down the line, getting exposure to some of these memes, knowing that some of these memes have been some of the highest liquidity traded tokens currently right now in the market. And all of this has a little bit of a piece of everything. But this portfolio doesn't, I'm not telling you guys to go and do this same exact portfolio. This actually is a pretty mirrored representation of what my portfolio and what tokens that I have picked for my own personal thesis in this market. But it's from me collecting the data from all of the top sources and videos and people that I feel like I trust in this market that I found in 2021. And so you don't have to do the same portfolio. You could interchange some of these memes and say, well, I think dog with hat's going to do well. So you'd have dog with hat. But for me, it's Ponky. So for me, it's Ponky. So this portfolio can be similar, but then you just do your own research and you'll come to find something that suits for you. And the only thing that is going to separate the success of whatever portfolio that you build is, when are you going to take profits? Are you going to be able to take profits? And how are you going to be able to withstand the volatility going into what is the banana zone that I want to show you guys right now? Now, being in that banana zone is very important to know where we are in the banana zone. So the banana zone is, we're sitting at the bottom of it. We're sitting at the bottom of the banana zone. And so historically, when we have been in these bull markets, we get to a point where it starts to run, which is called the bull run. And then in that bull run, you get something like this. If you go on the daily chart, you get a banana zone. It looks like a banana. It just goes zoom. It goes straight up. This was from 2020. And so all we did is we took this right here, put it here, and then bring it right here. And this is where we're sitting at, is the bottom of the banana zone. So right now is actually the perfect time to start getting bullish. Even though Bitcoin is at its all-time high. I mean, it's 1% away from its all-time high. If you look, $72,000, no one cares right now, and we're sitting at the bottom of the banana zone, which my peak price would be at $350,000 per Bitcoin by next year. And so if that plays out, This portfolio that if you started it at 5K to 6K right now in 6 months, this thing could say, you know, over $500,000. Could very well. Could say over $500,000. All right, guys. So that was a 25-minute explanation of the portfolio update and also why we picked all these tokens, why it lines up with what time period we are in the bull market, and how it lines up with the 4-year halving cycle, the presidential election, and how you have to just have that patience to be able to wait for that 6 months for this to play out, to have the max gains and potential of the highest gains in this market. Not selling out of 5x, not out of 10x, but a 20x. Because at that point, woo, it's going to be crazy, guys. All right. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. I hope you go through it. Make sure you just go back and watch some different portions of it so then you can absorb the information, especially if you're new. And make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, ding the bell to be notified, and make sure you go to this video right here because we're going live in just about an hour, and we'll see you there. Peace out.